Hi, this is Marloomz Creations, and today I will be showing you how to create this gymnast on your rainbow loom. I created this gymnast on November 19th, and I pinned it on Pinterest, and a sweet lady contacted me and asked me if I could do a tutorial about 2 days ago, and she said also if I could add a skirt to it, it would make her very happy because her daughter is a rhythmic gymnastic. And I thought about it, I looked it up, and I fell in love with the photos. So this is my original one, and this is my new one that I tweaked, and I just used the basic gymnast figure that I originally created, and I added longer limbs and a skirt and this rope. I left the beaded eyes, I just used black instead of blue, and the bun and everything else are the same. So today this is what we are going to be creating on the rainbow loom, and I'm very happy that she suggested it, and I'm happy to present this to her. Today's tutorial, you will need a skin color for your figure. You will need about 54 of those bands. You will also need black, and that will become her leotard, and you will also need brown for her hair. Brown, you will need about 15 bands, and you will need 61 black bands. You will also need to choose 2 colors for the middle of her dress, and on the original I used the hot pink or metallic pink and metallic yellow. For today I am going to use blue and white, and you will need 6 of those going across and then 4 on the bottom. So you can do 2 colors or you can do 1 color. I will use the blue in place of the pink, and in place of the yellow for today I will use white. I'm going to also tell you that I like to use the E-beads for my figures. I just happen to like the way they come out, but if you do not own an E-bead, for today you will be grabbing a black band and wrapping a single black band around your hook 4 times, and then you will repeat that with another single black band, and you will take both of those and thread that on to the color that you chose for your doll's skin. So today I'm using tan, and I picked these up at Toys R Us. They were $3 for a pack of 300, and you would slide those onto that band, and that will become your doll's eyes. I'm going to begin by showing you the first step. We are going to begin by making her hair, then her arms, then her skirt, a few of the bottom of her feet to make it longer, and then once we have loomed her, I will show you how I made the ribbon. You want to grab a brown band. We're going to begin by making her hair. Grab 2 brown bands, so you're grabbing double, and you are going down 7 times. So make sure that you are grabbing 2 bands at a time, and you are going to go down 7 times. Then you are going to grab a single brown band, and on that peg wrap a brown band single around only 3, not 4 times, only 3, and that is your doll's hair, and that will become the bun. Then on the same loom I am going to show you how to do her left arm and her right arm. So for her left arm, we are just going to use all skin color. So what you have, use the bands that you have chose for your skin color. I'm using tan, and you're going to grab double again, and you're going to go down I think 5. Let's see. Yes, 5 times. And then after you have went down 5 on that peg, you can grab a single band, not double. These are all double, but this is going to be a single. And you're going to wrap it around that peg 4 times. I don't know what I did there. Okay. Now that is her left arm. Now for her right arm, you're going to grab double bands, so 2 blacks, and you're going to go down 5 times as well. And then repeat that same process. You're going to grab a band, a single band, and wrap it around that peg 4 times. So that is her, oh actually, no, I am so sorry. I know you guys hate when I make mistakes, but I'm human. Remove that last capping band. You want the capping band to be a skin color, because it needs to be the color of her hand. So everything else is correct. You should have went down 5 using double, but take its skin color, and that's going to be wrapped around 4 times. Again, I'm sorry. So you made the left arm, the right arm, her hair, and then I can show you how to make the pieces of her skirt. I won't have enough room on this loom to do all of them, but I can show you the basic, and then you can make 6 pieces. You have to have 2, 2, and 2. So I'm going to show you how to make her skirt. You're going to take a single band. I'll do it over here. And let me see, I went down 3. You're going to take a single band, not double, and go down 3 times. And this is where it can get hard. You're going to take another single band and wrap it around that peg 5 times, not 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that becomes hard for you to loop, you can do it by hand. I actually made them by hand. I know, call me crazy. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you bring those, you slide those on, and that would be 1 link, and then I flung that. That's another link, and then a 3rd link. And that is one of her pieces to her skirt. So it should be 3 singles, and then the capping should be wrapped around 5 times. It's tighter and it looks cute at the end. Again, you can do it on your hook, or you can place it on your loom. Just when you're ready to bring that band up, just be careful because it's very tight. So maybe stretch the capping band out a little, and then you would just bring that up and over to the peg above. But see how it's stretching, so just be careful. And then when you loop them, you're going to make 6 pairs of those. So if we made 1, I'm going to sneeze. We made 1, and you would make 5 more, and it would be placed like this. And then this is her left arm, her right arm, and her hair. So once you have looped all of these and made 5 more pairs of these, I will then show you the next step, which will be to begin the actual doll. You can also, I forgot to tell you, you can also add the bottom pieces of her feet. The loom is not long enough when we create the doll. We need to make her legs longer. So once you have removed and looped all of the arms, legs, hair, and the side of the skirt, this is what you need for her feet. You need double skin color, so 2, and then another 2, and then a capping band wrapped around 4 times, and then the same 1 and 2, and then a capping band 4 times around here, a single band. So these are 2 bands, 2 bands, and then a single wrapped around 4 times. That will be added to her left foot and right foot. And then loop all of these. Don't forget to make 6 pairs of the little frilly things on her skirt, and then we can begin the doll. We can begin with the actual doll. You're going to grab a single brown band, so just 1 brown band, and place it on that peg. And then you are going to grab double brown bands, so 2 brown bands, and place them from here to here. And then another 2 from here to here. 2 here. And 2 here. Now, I know a lot of you have commented and said, Marloomz, please tell us how many bands you are using at any given time, but I don't know any doll out there that uses 1 band. Most of the figures require double. So I apologize, but I guess I assumed that you guys would know that if I switch a color, we're still using double. So now I'm going to switch and place the last brown here first. And then I'm going to switch to the skin color and go down 2 times. Still using double. I just place 2 here. And then we're going to place this one on the middle peg. So you're turning into that middle peg. Double from here to here. And then we're turning in as well. You can push these down from here to here. Now we are going to create the neck. So it's double bands going down from those 2 pegs. And then to the left, we're using 2 skin colors, and we're going to go down 2 times. And then to the right, we're going to use 2 blacks, and then we are going to choose the color that you would like your doll to have. I chose pink originally, and today I'm going to choose blue. So now you would put double blue bands, or pink or green, on those 2 pegs, and then on the middle it's 2 blacks again. So we chose a skin and a skin, a black and 2 blues, 2 blacks going down the middle. And now for the next 3 colors, it's going to be 2 blacks, 2 blues, and then 2 blacks again. For the next row, it will be 2 blues, make sure your bands are straight, so then when you loop them they look nice and neat. Then the one in the middle is going to be a black, And then we are switching the color here. I chose to have yellow, but today I am choosing white. For the next set, we are going to do 2 blacks again, and then 2 whites over here, and then 2 blacks. So far on this row, we went down skin, which is tan, black, the color you chose that you want your doll to have, and then another black. In the middle, it's black, the blue matching the other color, 2 blacks, and then the second color, or you can choose for those 2 colors to be both blue. That's okay as well. And then this one is 2 blues, 2 blacks, 2 whites, and 2 blacks. So now the next row is going to be 2 blacks from here to here, 2 blacks from here to here, and 2 black bands from here to here. Then grab another 2 black bands and place it from here to here, and the same on this side on these 2 pegs from here to here. Then on this peg, you're going to grab your skin color and go down 3 times. So it's basically to the very last peg. And the same on the other side. Go down 3. And make sure again that your bands are not overlapping. And now we can begin by placing some of her limbs. So I'm going to grab my spare hook, and I'm going to take the bands that are her extensions to her feet. It should only have 1, 2 sets and then a capping, and place it on the very last peg. And then do the same with the other set. And place it on that last peg. You can grab her arm that has the black in it. So that is her her right arm. And you're going to place it on the left side. Then grab her other arm that should be all skin color. And if it's twisted the way mine is over here, you can just pull on it and adjust the capping band to make it straight. And you're going to place it on this peg right here. So now we have 2 sets of arms. And now the fun part of the skirt, but let's first place her hair. So you're going to place your hook through all those loops and put it on the very first peg right here. So she has a weird hairdo. Then take your hook and place it through the loops that we wrapped around, only 3, and I don't even know what I'm saying. Just place those 3 loops on that peg as well. Nothing. Okay. So now she has a little bun. So now that we placed her hair, the next step is we're going to place her skirt. So starting from the bottom peg, you're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on that 5th peg, you're going to place her skirt. And you're going to place 2 pieces on that one. Then grab another 2. Mine are falling apart. You can place 2 on your hook if you want. And you're going to place it on the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th above, the 5th peg up as well from this middle. And you're also placing 2 on that peg. So this is how it looks like, 2 and 2, and then we're placing the last 2 on that one. So each peg received 2, so it's a total of 6. And now we can turn to her eyes. If you are using e-beads, you're going to follow my step. So I'm going to do that first. If you are not using e-beads, you're going to be wrapping a single black band again around your hook 4 times. And then again a single 4 times. And grabbing a tan colored band or skin color that you used and pulling both of these onto your tanned color or skin color band. And then that is going to become your doll's eyes, and you would place it from here to here. You would separate it and then put your hook in the middle and grab one of the bands, the top row, and place it on the hook above. On the peg above, I'm sorry. So you place it from here to here, which is the second peg down, and then grab the top row and place it above that peg. But I'm using e-beads. So let me grab my wonderful dental floss that everybody jokes about, and I'm going to thread an e-bead onto my floss, and then I grab a tan band and I take the tip of that floss and put it back through the bead and I pull, and voila, dental floss helps. And now we have, you're going to do 2 of those. Those of you that have watched my tutorials already know this. And I'm going to take the loop and place it on my hook and wrap it around like this, twist it, and reinsert that hook through that loop. So now there's 2 loops on there. Now take this loop, place it on your hook, twist it, and place your hook through it. And that's one eye. I'm doing the second. And then I am grabbing a single tan band and threading those onto my single band. And then once I have done that, I'm placing her eye from here to here, which is the second peg down, and then I'm grabbing one of these bands and placing it on the peg above like that. So the top row, you can leave one hanging below. And that will become your dolly's eyes. And now we may begin to place the triangle bands. Let's begin by placing one on her face first, because I always forget. Take a single band and you're going to place it from here to here, and that's it, and leave it like that. Now we can start with her skirt area. Grab a single black band, and where we placed her skirt, you're going to grab a black band and twist it around twice over itself on those three. 1, 2, 3. You can grab another black band and place it on these three. Again, twisting it around itself. And we're going to do the same with these three. Twisting around itself. And on these. And your little dolly is complete. We can now begin to loop her. Now we are going to begin to loop. Let me adjust my camera so I don't get nasty comments. And you're going to reach in where the feet are and grab the bottom two bands and bring those forward. Then grab these and bring them forward. You can do the same on this foot. Grab the bottom two bands and bring them forward. Now when you get to this step, there's going to be two sets of black bands. You want to grab the first two bands. So I'm going to reach in, grab the first two, and bring them to this middle peg. And then the same on this side, reach in, grabbing only the top two, and bring them to the middle peg. Then you can re-enter this peg, grab the other two, and bring it to the peg above. Reach here, grab these, and bring it, I just lost my bands. Before I messed up, you have to reach in and grab those two black bands and bring it to the peg above. And then you're reaching into this middle peg and grabbing only the bottom two black bands. So you're pushing back every band except for the bottom two, bringing them up and over. But on this step, when you bring that band up, you have to grab the pieces of the skirt and bring them through that middle hole right here. Grab the other one with your hook and bring them up. Careful not to pull too hard. And you can just pull them like that. And then we're reaching in here and grabbing just the bottom black bands and bringing those forward. We're reaching in this peg, and for me, I'm grabbing two white bands and bringing that to the peg above. Then back into this peg, reaching for just the bottom two black bands and bringing that forward. It's just the basic looping from this point. Now for the shoulder area, you want her neck to show on this side, so you're going to loop this side of her arm first. So we can do that. I'm going to loop the middle first, and then I'm looping the right arm. So after you loop the middle, you can loop the right arm. And reach in here, loop that, reach into the arm, grab the bottom two skin colors, and bring it over to that middle peg, because you want the skin to show. Then we are going to reach into the neck area, push back all the bands, and grab just the bottom two bands and bring that forward. Reach in here, grabbing the top two bands. For me, the top two go to the right, and then the next top two are going to the left. It's okay if yours go to the right and then the left, it doesn't matter. And then the last ones go to the middle for me. I'm then going to bring this band up, and then these, then bring this side, push back that eye band, that single tan band, and bring just the two brown bands up. Reach in here, bring those up. My loom is falling apart. Then you're going to reach into her bun area and grab that single band and pull it all the way through. But I like to go through her bun with my hook, grab that other band, and then I make the slip knot through her bun. That way it doesn't pull over her hair. And once you have pulled on that, not too tight though, then you can begin to remove her from the loom using the back of your hook. You're going to take her off one peg at a time. Now that you have removed your gymnast from your loom, this is what it should look like. You can take that loop that we used to tie her off and you can wrap it around her bun 2 times if you want. And so we use that band that we tied her off with. And as far as her skirt, if some of the pieces on the middle look funny, what I do is I keep pulling them through, and then eventually they will fall into place. And I think with this one, I'll show you the trick that I did. If you take the very first one, the one that is sticking, the one that's on top, hold that one with your finger. Here's the trick. This is the bottom one and this is the top. See this one loop right here? Not both loops, just one. Take your hook and put it through that first loop, and you're going to grab this, the second skirt piece, and pull it through. And now those two will fall down and lean on each other, and they will look a lot nicer. And as far as this piece, these two, if you would like this one to be more to the front, you can enter this loop here carefully, not to stretch the bands, and you can thread that piece through here if you want. I just keep it to the side. And eventually it starts to settle and it will look cute. And so this is your gymnast or rhythmic gymnast. As far as her ribbon, that was a pain in the tuchus to make, but I'm going to show you how I made that. So for the gymnast ribbon, you will need to take your loom apart and place one long row going down. So take 2 rows and place them together. And it's going to look like that. One long row. And I don't think my camera's going to get a view of that, but you will need about 20, I believe 27 or 28 bands of a single color. If you want your ribbon to be multiple colors, you can do that. I'm just going to choose blue that matches her leotard. And then you take the single band and you place it on your peg like so, but you double it over. And you're going to go down and do this onto the very last peg. So it's basically just a basic pattern, but it's doubled over. And you continue to go all the way down. And I don't think I'm going to videotape me going all the way down, but go all the way down to the very last peg. When you reach that very last peg, right here, take your band and wrap it around only 3 times. I believe that's what I did on here. Yes, just wrap it around 3 times, and then that's it. So place your bands going all the way down, then loop them. Make sure that it's a single band, not a double. It's a single band, and then you're just twisting it over itself. Then at the capping band, you wrap it around 3 times, loop all of these, and then when we come back, I will show you how I attached it to the doll. Once you have looped your ribbon, you can pull on it. Place the loops that are opened on your hook, not the one that are closed, that are capping, and grab your doll, and you're going to remove one of the loops. Just be careful that it doesn't come undone. Take your hook, place it through your doll's brown bands, and then you're going to re-loop those blue bands. So it gives the illusion that she's holding the ribbon. And then grab another blue band, and you can thread. You do not have to do this step. If you want to S-clip the blue band to her hand, you can do that. It still looks cute. I just use the ribbon, the bands. Then you pull that single, see, this is why it might be hard. Let's try that again. You place that through, put those loops back on. Again, if this is going to be hard for you, I don't want you frustrated. You can just use an S-clip and S-clip the bands to her hand. But this is how I did it on mine. And then I placed another loop through, I pulled it, made it a slip knot. And then once I made the slip knot, I just kind of tied that around there a couple times or hit it. No one's going to see it. You can even tie it into a knot and then and break it off. Just be careful. So it looks like she's holding it. Just be careful not to pull on her bands on her hand too hard. And then with the other one, you are going to grab an S-clip and loop those 3 bands. And on her, I looped it somewhere in the back. So you can either go behind her hair and then over her arm to make it look like she's twirling it, and then just grab one of the bands in her back, but just be careful again not to stretch them. And then it can look like she's twirling a ribbon. And if you want to next time make the ribbon longer, you can just place 3 rows of your loom back to back, and then the ribbon could be longer. This is how you can make your gymnast or rhythmic gymnast, and I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial and that it wasn't too hard. I hope I wasn't too out of focus like a lot of you have been saying, and if you like my videos, please subscribe.